darkness of the blackest night, burning bright. There's a guiding star. No matter what or who you are. Hello, my darlings, and welcome to a brand new episode of Girls Gone Mild. This whole episode is going to be talking about a situation that happened last week. But before I get to it, I want to promote the show I'm currently in, and this weekend happens to be the last weekend for the show. Last weekend, Forbidden Youngstown was a huge, huge success, and everybody loved it very much. And I am so grateful to be a part of this show. It was just so amazing to be a part of it. The cast is funny, very talented. Just I'm glad to be able to work with such a great group of people, and I'm just thankful that I was able to get to do this with a lot of people that I worked with in the past. Um, it was the crowd really loved it, and I'm so thankful that a lot of people got to see it. I'm so thankful that I got made a new friend out of it. She was awesome. Um, it's just a must see show. If you want a good laugh, come see the show. If you want great singers, you should come see the show. Um, just go see it. It's the last weekend, and I would say buy your tickets as soon as possible. If you do want to make reservations, oh, hang on. Sorry about that. Someone's calling me at the moment. Let me take care of that real quick. It's a number I don't recognize, so I'm not going to answer it. So I'm just going to let it ring. But anyway, if you do want to make reservations for your tickets, the number is 330 507. Let me say that again. 330 507 2358. I will repeat it again. 330 507 2358. The show is at Club Switch, which is at 221 Belmont Avenue, Youngstown, Ohio. Tickets are $15, and like I said, this is the last weekend, and we're only doing it on the 22nd and the 23rd at 8 p.m., which is Friday and Saturday. So, if you guys want to come see the show, probably make your reservations now, and just have a good time. A lot, like I said, it's a must-see show. Everybody's gonna love it. I think everyone will have a good time. Besides, it's gonna be performed in a bar, so if you want drinks, go buy a drink. Go buy a drink. Go buy a drink. And I will promote another show at the moment. The next show for Rust Belt Theater Company is a one-woman show called Enter Lisa Torrance. Lisa Torrance is a good friend of mine, and I have done a couple shows with her in the past. She is my stage mama, and this is a one-woman show. So this is going to be exciting, and I definitely will want to go see it and cheer her on because this is something new that's probably she's never done before. She has done theater in the past, but she's never done a one-woman show. So you want to go see that, go see Enter Lisa. I keep saying Leon. Enter Lisa Torrance. I believe the show will be next month, and when I get more information on that, I will promote it on here. That's why you guys get information on that too. It will be at the same place at Club Switch. I'm pretty sure the reservation number will be the same, and tickets will also be $15. But when I get the dates, I will promote it on here and let you guys know as soon as possible. Now that's out of the way. Yeah, This is gonna be interesting to talk about. Yeah. Whew. So, for those of you who've known me for a long, long time, and for those of you who have followed my drag career ever since the beginning, you would know by now that I like to bring humor into the world, that I have a great sense of humor, and I just want to make you guys laugh. Whether it's through TikTok, whether it's through Snapchat or anything like that, or hell, even when I'm doing my video games, I try to bring humor in that as well. I'm just trying to entertain you guys. And I would assume that if there was any way, shape, or form that I offended you, you would message me privately and talk to me about it. And some of you have done that in the past. What I don't appreciate is because, in a way, like what I don't appreciate is making yourselves look like a jackass if you did were offended by something I did, and commenting on stuff and just making people think you're an asshole for saying something bad about me. Um, I always say that you have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all. But unfortunately, a lot of people still don't get that to this day. Um, and if I did offend you in the past, I do apologize. But in no way, shape, or form were my intentions to offend any of my fans or any people who watch my stuff. With that being said, there was a situation that happened after my podcast last week. And it wasn't anything I said on my podcast, it was something I did on TikTok. And what happened was last Wednesday, I made a certain TikTok that was making fun of an ad that was made over a decade ago. This ad was basically about a rehab for drug addicts. And in no way, shape, or form was I making fun of drug addicts. This ad has been made fun of many, many, many times over the years. The reason why it's been made fun of is because the guy who was in charge of the rehab said a certain line that was delivered poorly. The line goes like this, but I'll also do it in the way he did it, saying, "I should know. I used to be an addict for 10 years. Now I'm not." And because the way he said it, and because the way he delivered that line, he has been made fun of that ever since. And it had nothing to do with him being a former drug addict. It had nothing to do with what he was trying to do. It was just the way he delivered that line that was being made fun of. That's pretty much it. And what I did with that, what I did was basically use that part of the ad, just him saying that line, and then I added a couple things to it afterwards, just me saying random stuff, saying like, I used to eat cheese with my cereal, now I don't. It's just like stupid shit that you guys would find funny. And I have watched it a couple times trying to figure out what I did wrong. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Anyways, so I posted the TikTok. Some people thought it was, a lot of people thought it was funny. Um, Posted on TikTok, posted on Facebook, was getting a good response out of it. And then I only got this drag queen to comment on it after my podcast ended last Wednesday. Now, this drag queen saw it on TikTok, comment on it twice. Basically, was saying that I was being rude and this offends me and everything. basically her saying that she was a former drug addict and she found it offensive. And of course, I felt terrible, but that's a good example of why you should privately message me. Because I would think that would have been more appropriate if she did that. So maybe she would message me basically saying like, "Hey, what were your intentions of making this video?" Or, "Hey, say the same thing in those comments that you can say to me in a private message that you found rude, offensive, and everything." I would have automatically apologized to you because, like I said, there's no way, shape, or form you might have offended anybody. Um, but of course, she didn't do that, and I didn't want to start an argument when she did comment on my TikTok. So I wanted, and in a way, I felt sorry for her because, like I said, my intentions is not to offend any of my fans or any people who see my stuff. It's I just don't know what the common courtesy is just to private message me and just talk about it. That would have been more appropriate. But I'm not I can't make people do that. And she had a right to her opinion, not taking that away from her. But of course, me being me, I actually wanted to privately message her and apologize and try to get in the good graces of her. But then I saw her TikTok of what she said about me. Um, she used my video in order to make a TikTok to insult me. And for those of you who are not familiar with TikTok or don't use TikTok, what she did was there's like a and like one of the parts in TikTok that you can use is called Stitch. Now what that does is that you can go to the person's video, use 5 seconds of their video, and then you have 15 seconds after that to create your own, like add to it. So what she did was use the first 5 seconds of the video that I made, which was mostly the ad, and then you have 1 second of me there not saying anything. So basically, she found it offensive. She didn't really get any of the stuff I said. She only got what the guy said from the ad. Um, and then she went on to proceed after that 5 second video to do her 15-second video saying that basically insulting me, saying she thought that I was an upcoming drag queen and basically saying that I was rude, also saying that I needed to be schooled on how to become a drag queen. Great. And trying to get my fans involved because I think she was surprised that I actually have a large fan base. Also wanted to proceed that I needed to think before speaking, that her as a former drug addict, that find this offensive. So I saw that and I was just completely upset and pissed off. And I wanted to respond on TikTok. I didn't because I didn't want to sound too angry. Because I was just really, really pissed that this person doesn't have the common courtesy to message me privately, but also insults me on social media. And I feel like her doing that was way worse than what apparently I did. I mean, like, the balls on this queen thinking she's entitled to insult me on social media just because I made a mistake. it's just, I just don't understand it. In Because like I don't even know this person, and in no way, shape, or form was I insulting her at all. But maybe it's like, and I have been told many times that I should be thinking before speaking. I have been told that my whole entire life. Maybe that's true. Maybe I should have thought about it more. But it's just like I really wanted to respond to her on TikTok, but I couldn't because I just didn't want to sound angry and I didn't know what exactly to say. So then I wrote a whole long paragraph on Facebook. Some of you may have saw it before I deleted it, but I wrote a whole long paragraph of what happened, how I felt, and everything. But after I posted it, I thought about it and I'm like, no, because that's not the right response either. So I deleted it. Um, it was just nerve wracking. Um, but then, and here's the thing: I blocked the person, and she has the same amount of fans as me, maybe a little bit less, because I have over 3,000 followers on TikTok, and so does she. But I think she has a little bit less than I do. Um, but she's following over 9,000 people, and I'm only following 2,000. And out of those 9,000 people, they're not following her back. Ooh, that's just someone is calling for attention. I don't mean to insult her, but shit, man. But after I saw the TikTok and everything, I immediately blocked her because she doesn't deserve an apology out of me. Why should I apologize when she insulted me on social media? But then I was told by some of my fans that she made another TikTok saying another thing, that I was basically rude, racist, and pathetic. And some people on my side called her out, and some people on her side called her out. And this was only, I didn't see a TikTok, but one of my fans told me that that's what happened. That they called her out on her bullshit, and she immediately deleted it. So at least people can see the lies. It just amazes me that she was only doing this just to get attention. And the thing is, like, after that whole situation, I have watched the TikTok that I made millions and millions of times. I did delete it off of Facebook and I did delete it off of TikTok, but I watched it many, many times because it just made me think maybe I did take it too far. Maybe I do offend some people when I made this TikTok. It was just a lot of things were going through my head that night. And thank God I had rehearsal, because rehearsal made me calm, made me collective, and made me smile more. I just don't understand why she just, like I said, she didn't have the common courtesy just to privately message me and we could talk about it. But her insulting me like that shows me like she just wants the attention. Because first of all, she doesn't know me. I've been doing drag for 2.5 years. I mean, sure, I haven't been doing it for 10, because it looks to me like she has been doing it for a long time. And she's a beautiful drag queen, don't get me wrong. She puts a lot of effort into the work she does. But it seems to me she's never had humor in her life, because she seems to be more of like a serious drag queen and everything. And more power to her. But it just seems to me if you make a joke about her or anything that she finds offensive, she'll cut she'll cut your nuts off and shove it down your throat. And maybe I caught her on a bad day when she saw this. I don't know, because I don't know her. I can make all these upset. make these things about her because I don't know her. Same way with her. She can't make all these things about me because she doesn't know me. Like I said, I've been doing drag for 2.5 years. It switched to funny videos, to doing covers, to doing video games, to doing a podcast. I feel like I'm on top of the world, and my fans support me on that. She doesn't know what's going on in my life. I mean, like, nothing like bad is going on in my life, but she doesn't know me to assume that I'm this type of person. And for her to saying that I need to be schooled on how to become a drag queen, that's insulting because, yeah, if I was doing this a month in, then I'll be like, okay, maybe she's right. But once again, she doesn't know me. She has no right to say that I have to be schooled on how to become a drag queen because I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. And a lot of people think I'm doing a pretty good job as well. I just find it funny that she thinks I'm an upcoming drag queen, though. I have been performing nonstop this year because I'm trying to get back out there. I'm trying to show people that I still exist. And it's just all these things she said about me is just completely ridiculous. She's only doing this to get attention, and I feel sorry for her. And for her to bring my fans involved, that's going too far. My fans have nothing to do with this situation. So for you to try to get them involved is not okay. Leave them out of it. Because at the end of the day, as I said earlier, that some of my fans were actually on my side about this and called this queen out on her bullshit. Let alone that some of your fans called you out on your bullshit. So I wonder how that's going to work out. We all make mistakes. And I don't know, like I said, maybe I just caught her on a bad day. Maybe she doesn't like what I do, or maybe she doesn't. I don't know. Maybe she thought I was prettier than her. I don't know the reason why she would do that on that day. There could be a lot of reasons, but I'm not judging her. I'm not insulting her. I just feel like she needed to be more mature about the whole situation. The fact of the matter is, like I said before, why couldn't she just privately message me? Because the fact of the matter is, it just reminds me of another situation that I was told that I wasn't there. That happened last week. My good friend, he calls himself the Blue Eyes King, told me that he had a meltdown at the club I perform at, and he was just having a bad day. And some people were there to encourage him, be there for him. And he posted this on Facebook, just explaining what happened. And just saying, like, thank you for being my friends and family, yada, yada, yada. It was a really touching post. And then one person, which I'm not going to mention, but one person ended up saying that he's not his friend. And after he said that, it just started a whole outburst, which is like, well, how could you? One of the thing is, like, why would you even say that on a post that everybody can see? Why couldn't you just privately message him and say, hey, look, I appreciate you tagging me and I appreciate you feel like I was there for you, but in the end, we're not friends. You could have just privately messaged him about it instead of exposing this on social media. But I guess that was his intention to do that because, he kept saying that, you weren't there. He was made in my personal space, whatever was going on. Once again, privately messaged him on just privately message him in general. You guys could have talked about it. He did. The fact of the matter is like he would have saw your side of it, see his side of it, end of story. Nobody else needs to get involved in this. But unfortunately, he and a couple and mostly people around this country feel like they are entitled to say whatever they say on social media, whether it's bad or good. And if it's bad, they're going to defend it till the end because they feel like they did nothing wrong. This is how this queen felt. But she took it to a new level when she was trying to use my TikTok, bring my fans involved just to get attention. In no way, in shape, or form am I, taking away the fact that she's a former drug addict. Good for you. Good for you that you are clean. Because there are a lot of people in this world who are drug addicts who have a hard time trying to be clean. They have gone to rehab many times and it still doesn't work. So good for you that you were clean. Not taking that away from you. But that still doesn't give you the right to insult me. And unfortunately, since the fact of the matter is that she was using my TikTok, not showing the whole video. And the thing is, like, when you do the stitch, and after you post it, there is a link in the description of that TikTok that you can see the actual video. So, unfortunately, like I said, I deleted it on Facebook and I deleted it on TikTok. But the reason why I deleted it on TikTok, so that's why no one of her fans can see it. I mean, not to be rude or anything like that, but her fans have no right to see my TikTok. They don't have no right to see what I do. I mean, I blocked her from TikTok, so she won't be able to see anything I do anymore. Now, however, I did show the TikTok to some people who I'm very close with, and they're like, it's funny, but I can get why they would get offended because of the ad. That's pretty much it. But they also told me like in no way, shape, or form were you making fun of drug addicts, like she said. It's just one of those things that I just don't understand why we have to hate each other. I mean, we have to rise above hate, pretty much. And I thought drag queens are supposed to have a sense of humor. And since this queen doesn't have a sense of humor, she's not going to go very far. I mean, she has a good fan base, even though she's following over 9,000 people and she only has 3,000 followers. I don't know. But my thing is, what she doesn't know is that my fans, I'm there for my fans. And if they ever wanted something or want to talk to me about something, they are more than welcome to privately message me and we can talk about it. I care about my fans. And she doesn't know that because she doesn't know me. She just assumes that I'm a bad person. The fact of the matter is, I'll even bring this up, is that I'm there for my fans. And the fact is, like, if they ever need anything, I'm more than glad to listen. I had an 11-year-old last week asking me for advice of how to come out to her family because she realizes she is a lesbian. Sure, she is young, but I think she finally realized that she is a lesbian. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But it really touched my heart because it made me feel that I am doing so good for the community, that I really made a great impact on the community. And for an 11-year-old who I don't know and she doesn't know me to ask me for advice makes me feel like it's a win-win. Because I feel like I'm making a great impact on the community, not just for my humor or my skills, because it just shows that I am a good person in the end. And that's a huge win on me. And I did give her advice, and thankfully she does have a support system. Her dad does know. And I told her, like, when you do tell the rest of your family, have your dad there so you are strong enough to do this. And if they don't understand, at least you have your father. And it's just like, I wish I had my dad still with me today. I do miss him every single day. And I know he would question why I became a drag queen, but he would still support it because it made me happy. Same thing when I was an actor. He didn't love me doing all the acting, but he supported it no matter what, and he came to see every single show that I did back in California before I moved out to Ohio. I'm just so thankful that I can be a big support system for a lot of people with my drag. And oh god, I don't mean to get emotional, but it just shows that I'm doing a lot of good in this world. And I'm just so thankful for all of you guys, for all my fans too. Yeah. But yeah, that 11-year-old really made me emotional. But that 11-year-old is going to be okay. I see her doing great things in life, and she's going to be okay. And I know once she gets it out, tells her entire family, she's going to be relieved and move on and accept her lifestyle. And this is for any of you. You ever need to talk to somebody, you ever need advice or anything, come to me and I will give you the best advice, or just listen to the best of my abilities for you guys. Because, like I've always said, I'm here for my fans. I'm not that type of person that requires fans and just ignores you all the time. You guys are there for me as much as I'm there for you. We're we are a unit. We are like a family. That's important to me. And for this queen who insulted me, doesn't know that, because, like I said, she just assumes that I'm a bad person and doesn't know me personally. You know what? Let her live her lifestyle. At the end of the day, there could be a lot of reasons why she attacked me. I mean, insulted me. I wouldn't say attacked. But I'm not that kind of person who's going to attack back. And I know I've said in the past that if you insult me or anything like that, I would expose you on social media. But the reason why I am not saying anything bad about this person, nor am I saying her name, is because since not only did she insult me, she was using my stuff in order to get attention. She just doesn't deserve the fucking privilege to get her name mentioned. And it works both ways in that way. The reason, because the fact is, I don't want my fans knowing who you are, because there's some people who will actually defend me, and you don't deserve that kind of attention. You don't deserve to get thrown under the bus for what you did to me. But also because I don't want your fans knowing what you did to me. Because I'm sure you have many, many loyal fans. And them finding out what you did would have been heartbreaking. Because I'm sure some of those people have not seen what you said about me yet. And let alone you deleted the other one that you're basically saying, calling me racist and pathetic and everything. At the end of the day, I can only talk about it. And in this entire podcast, I haven't insulted you in either way. You just don't deserve the fucking privilege to get your name mentioned at all. And I look at it this way: if I'm not insulting you and not even mentioning your name on any of my social media, then you are not worth my time. That's sad. That's really sad. But love, I wish you nothing but the best. I'm glad that you're clean. I'm glad you're not a drug addict anymore. You stay being beautiful because you're very good at doing makeup and doing being a drag queen and all that stuff. My advice to you is just keep doing you. Maybe one day you'll look back on this and think to yourself, maybe I went too far. Maybe I did make a mistake. Or maybe down the road, if you don't ever think like that, I hope karma comes back to you. But I wish you nothing but the best. I don't wish anything bad on you. I wish you a good life and good things coming your way. But yeah, maybe next time you should do the same thing that you said to me. Think before you speak. So, my advice to everybody who is listening to this podcast: if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But if you do have something to say, if something offends you, it's like if it's a person you don't know, or if one of your friends says something offensive, probably message them. Don't post stuff on social media to make yourself look bad. Maybe some people who will listen to this will actually listen. Because in the end, we just need to rise above hate. And I hope this podcast helps a lot of people. And like I've said before, if you ever need someone to talk to or ever come for advice, like I said, my door is always open. My messages, my social media is open 24/7 pretty much. So you could probably message me on any of my social media and we'll talk. And I will give you the best advice or listen to you to the best of my abilities. I'm there for my fans, no matter what. But yeah, that's what happened last week. And for those of you who were checking up on me about the whole situation, I appreciate it. I mean, for those of you who knew what happened, I appreciate it. I'm doing fine. It wasn't any, it was just like out of left field. There could be a lot of reasons why this queen had to insult me on that day, but you know what? It's over. It's done with. I said what I had to say. I said my piece, um, and we just move on from it. Um, and unfortunately, the reason why I'm not showing the TikTok is because I don't want to show it and then someone else getting offended. So it's kind of like in my vault for the rest of my life. Maybe in the next 10 years, maybe I'll do like, hey, this is a video that got insulted or whatever. I don't know. But I don't plan on reposting it or showing it anytime soon. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. Come see Forbidden Youngstown this weekend. Go see Enter Lisa Torrance next month. And I'll let you guys know the next open stage night when I'm performing. Everything. And also continued watching my video game horror run, which continues this Saturday. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for being a part of this journey. I love you all so much. And I will see you soon.